Hail and well met friends, Andang here for another episode of Fellowship of the Creeps, episode 64. When we last left off, we actually had a fairly good episode in episode 63 where we actually took on some freeps and didn't die every single second of the day. Probably because Draculetta was with us. Alright, let's go ahead and convert this to a raid. And let's see here. Guess I need to add him to the call. There are going to be some late people here, just because that's the nature of the game.
Oh, does that mean Draculetta's not with us, so therefore we're going to get killed?
Probably till he shows up, so we can blame all our kills at the very least on Draculetta not being here, I think.
Oh, okay. He's probably out listening to the shades.
Probably, yeah. Alright, let me make sure the group is still open, because sometimes when you convert to a raid it freaks out and it's like, oh no, no open group. Okay, I tried to invite him.
Hello.
There you go. Hey, Arinthir.
I think I just got another KB.
Awesome.
Hey, on a defiler, that's fun.
Well, what have I done this week? Well, I didn't get that much done this week because I had the thing that Sprider likes to call school.
And life.
Started without me.
And
I'm offended.
school is a very interesting place. Of pain and torture and torment. Probably caused by, I think that Sauron actually copyrighted school back in the day. And since then,
Saul Zentz has been trying to steal it.
Since then, Saul Zentz has been trying to steal it, and humans have been just mindlessly going to it. So I guess that makes us the wicked men in that analogy. But anyway, I did have a lot of work going through that, but you know, it's the first week, so it's not too bad. I definitely am enjoying my classes this semester. Lots of maps and stuff like that, which you guys know that I like maps. So if you know me at all, you know that I like maps. Taking geography, anthropology, and a geology class as well. And they're all three for different general ed credits, so yeah. So anyway, lots and lots of maps and lots of figuring out why people are where they are and how maps affect us and stuff like that. So it should be a lot of fun. And I did also write an article this week on LOTROplayers.com talking about 8 changes that I think are needed for Helm's Deep. And if you want to hear discussion on that, you can listen to LOTRO Players News, episode 30. Which we'll be recording live later tonight. And the next 2 weeks on LOTRO Players News, we will actually be doing, well, next week when this comes out, we'll actually be doing a giveaway of steeds and titles. So be sure to join us in the live chat if you can. And that happens at 8:30 Eastern Time every single Saturday. Shameless plug. Alright. What else have I done? I think that that's pretty much it. I haven't done that much in LOTRO by any means. Just basically been doing stuff. Oh, I do have a new series as well going on. Looking through, going back for really good video content throughout LOTRO's long history. And basically trying to find different things that really stand out as great, high-quality community stuff. And this week I picked the song Would You Be My Minstrel, which is actually a done by a fairly professional singer, and definitely a really great song, and it gets in your head and has a great message to it as well, I think. So I really enjoyed that, and there's going to be stuff like that, everything from Machinima to Dev Diaries to all sorts of stuff through the very long history of LOTRO. And so it should be a lot of fun. And basically the main reason I'm trying to do this is try to inspire people to get back into creating video content for LOTRO, because with Kazgaval going back and doing his burglar, and Delane kind of going away from stuff, and a lot of the other YouTubers that have been trying to get into stuff, being fairly active, have just kind of gone away. And so I'm trying to get people motivated again, and new people as well, to hopefully create stuff to help inspire players and make the community even more awesome than it already is. So anyway, that's what I've been doing, making the community more awesome. let's see here, Sprydra, what have you been doing this week?
I also have had the wonderful thing called school and life. So
Oh,
I haven't
that's
done
terrible.
Much. Yeah. And so I did do some stuff in LOTRO. I have been mainly crafting today, which has been a lot. Because I think, on my tailor I had over 180 hides that I had to turn into leather. So that took some time.
Yeah.
And I managed to nearly finish. I'm still stuck on Easton Met tailoring. I need to get to Weston Met.
Now,
But
Sprydra, are you the kind of crafter that goes away and does menial tasks outside of the crafting that's actually more interesting than the crafting system, like laundry and stuff like that? Or do you actually sit at the computer and torture yourself watching the crafting go on?
we'll see. I was having a snack, so I watched.
Okay,
watch
well,
YouTube
the food would make
craft.
it better, I would think. You know, you get some popcorn, some stuff like that, and just sit back and watch. I'm okay with that kind of crafting. That's actually probably the best option.
And I was enjoying the music in the Crafting Hall of Alberg. which
Oh, that
actually
is
pretty
good music,
decent,
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Except there's this one song where one of the beats for the percussion part is slightly off, and it bothers me to death as I'm a musician.
That's when she goes and does the laundry.
Oh, that's when I go insane and start yelling at my computer in rage.
You mean it's
That
not
would
one
be the
was
definition of
intended
insane,
to
I
be
think.
slightly syncopated?
No, it's like a 30-second note, maybe even a 64th note off the beat, and it bothers me because it's not meant to be that way, and you can tell it's not meant to be that way.
Well, I can't.
It's painful.
Alright, well,
And I also made rank 7 on my warg, so
Oh,
hey.
very nice. Congratulations. That's a huge
Yeah.
accomplishment.
I would lead with that.
I'm going to.
It's too late now.
Hey, can you give me imposing presence? It
I
just wore
thought
off.
I did. Oh.
Alright, well, Arinthier. It's been a while since we've been able to talk with you. What have you done the last few weeks in Lotro?
Not a whole lot on
How
Lotro.
long
I
is
was
this thing gonna stay on you, Andy?
playing more Assassin's Creed 4.
Very nice game.
Yeah. But earlier today, I was on my warg, and there were like 10 people on in a way of the pack, so we all got together and killed a bunch of freeps.
I missed
And barely
that.
died.
That makes me sad.
That's like the biggest warg pack I've been in a couple years, probably.
Well, see, Sprydra, you actually have to log in to find the ward packs. You actually have to log in. That's the key.
So, I think I need about, let's see, 11,000 infamy on both my Defiler and my Warg now to get rank 6.
Okay. Well, that's coming right around the corner, hopefully.
Not really, at the rate I play them.
Well, that's true. Alright, anything else?
Not really, I was trying to level up my captain, but it didn't really happen. I'm pretty close though, so I should have him there by next week to 87.
Alright, well, by request, I'm actually going to do something that has not happened in a very long time on Fellowship of the Creeps.
Heal?
No, that's never going to happen. So, Pine Leaf.
Hey, infamy.
I'm guessing that you're probably thinking that Atheros is going to go before you.
Well, that is a usual procedure, but you are saying you're doing something weird. So
I
you
am
either-
saying I'm doing something weird. So, Pine Leaf, by request by Atheros, what have you done this week in Lotro?
I wonder why Atheros would have made that request. Alright, well then, what did I do this week? Alright, on my burglar, I ran several skirmishes.
Surprise.
Yeah. So ran quite a number of skirmishes there. And I also...
Does anyone have the outpost quest?
I do. I think everyone has it.
I think 4 of us might have. Or not. No, never mind. I never really understood the text that it gives you when you share a quest.
Anyway.
All right. Now, anyway, during the time I realized that I had never done the Moria burglar quest.
Really, that's a good quest.
So I went to Moria and did those quests, even though I was, level 89 at the time.
Okay, Pineleaf, that burglar is the most awesome burglar in all of Lotro. He has this huge horde back in the corner of
No, not
that
that
place.
burglar.
Oh, it's
He's
not that
talking about,
burglar?
what is it? Dark Delvings?
Ye-
Is that the one?
But don't you have to go to
Well, I
that
didn't do
burglar
Dark
first?
Delvings,
No, you
I
don't.
just did the first
Oh.
three.
They
Oh.
changed it, so it's soloable now.
Well, that's silly.
You
On
can
multiple
do the rest
levels.
of it, but you only get like an item that's not very good.
Well, I did the first three parts so I could get the trait point.
Right.
And also, speaking of trait points, I managed to complete the last of my class deeds, which is a bit of a surprise to me because I think that's only the second character where I ever completed all of my class deeds.
I did that on my captain.
Pineleaf, do you
Yeah.
consider wardens characters?
Yeah, so the one warden was one of the ones that did it. And
Okay, well that is very impressive then. I'm surprised.
yeah, so my burglar is the second character that managed to do it.
Awesome.
Let's see. So and I also did my first run of Icy Crevasse on the burglar.
Does stealth help?
That specific burglar,
No, 'cause
right?
you have a
Not any
soldier.
burglar.
No, that's my only burglar that I really have at an appropriate level to do Icy Crevasse.
Does
love
stealth
how-
help at all, Pineleaf, in
I
that?
love how, no, when you're in
I-
stealth, your soldier still follows you around everywhere, so...
I did not use stealth at any point in there. Since I usually run in mischief and I trained myself in mischief back before you were even allowed to go into stealth and mischief, so... And of course, as Sprite noted, you can't use your...
Well, you can tell your soldier to stay behind, and if you need heals later, you know.
No.
Or there is a hold put or stay put command. For
Well, you just don't
skirmish
summon
soldiers.
them. That's how you tell them to, you know, you keep in their box, and they stay there, and
In a box.
they're in stealth. They're in stealth, and they just don't ever come out.
Well, there is a skill, there used to be a skill called Share the Fun, so maybe you use that, and you bring someone else into stealth with you. But they move
Yes.
horribly slow, because they don't have the buff.
It'd
Exactly.
be nice if they had the
Well,
sword system
yes,
where your
but in
companions
Share the
would
Fun,
stealth
they're
with
at
you.
It would be.
70% speed. And besides, I don't think you could do that with a soldier. I think
You
only
can't.
a real character.
It's only with people. It's
Or even the
just-
Skyrim system where your a companion kinda stealths, but not really, and always gets caught every single time. That would work too. I'd be fine with that. At least it would have some kind of way of doing it.
Yeah. Anyway, I got through the normal parts fairly well. It was the encounters that were because this morning the random number generator for encounters was being very mean to me. And in the case of Icy Crevasse, it decided to give me the two toughest encounters in the skirmish.
But that's what Turbine's working. When they said these class changes make it possible, they secretly made changes to all the soldiers so you can have stealth soldiers. We found it out here first. See, this is the kind of stuff you get on Fellowship of the Creeps. Crazy and
Boy.
wild speculation that will probably never happen.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got what I consider the two toughest ones are the cat and the drake. And when I went in there and the cat mauled me to pieces. So when I tried it again this time, the second time, I looked at my inventory and saw how many consumables I had. And I just used up every single one of my consumable buffs. And put them on, then fought the cat again and was able to beat the cat, then went and did the same thing to the drake. So, with a little help from a couple of buffs, I was able to get through them. And, let's see. Then I ran the the rescue at Nerzgashu after I did the Icy Crevasse. And it looks really funny if you're doing Icy Crevasse and you go through I'm through the Rift skirmish, and throughout the entire skirmish you have the gnawing cold debuff. You know, it's a completely inappropriate, because there's no way in the world you're going to have a gnawing cold in real life if you're going through some place like the Rift. Alright, let's see. Now, on my Hunter, I finished the Broadacres. And let's see. Yeah, I finished the Broadacres, and I went through all this time throughout the entire Broadacres over a period of several days, collecting wood like crazy, and I didn't get a single emerald shard.
Oh.
Wow.
I tend to
Like,
be lucky with those. I end up getting like 2 in 5 minutes.
Well, you might get 2 in 5 minutes, but I don't.
Felros, if you see a pine needle anywhere in your room at night or something like that, that's Pine Leaf coming to kill you because he's so mad at the system.
Well,
So just be on the lookout.
I think I did once get 2 in 1 day, but not 2 in 5 minutes. So I'm still using 3rd age weapons. Now I also ran my Sunday group skirmishes on my Hunter, and after that we're running tier 2 level 95, and at the end of the day I decided that I really didn't have enough DPS on how I was traded, so I decided to dump my Huntsman line, which is my alternate line, and put in a Bowmaster line so that when I'm skirmishing a group I can do a lot more damage. Because we're doing Thongohad, and we kept on getting the next wave before we finished the previous one.
You didn't use the ballista?
Well, yeah, I was using the Ballista. But we're
So I always
still
find that's one of the easier ones to use if you can get the ballista to hit every time. Yeah, they're always half dead by the time they get to you.
Well, unfortunately, when I'm at tier 2 in a small fellowship one,
Oh, I suppose that's a different situation.
if you're in duo, or if you're in duo, sometimes you could kill them with the ballista. But in solo, yeah, they are usually good and half dead. Let's see But anyway, even in solo, you don't have to worry about them starting the next wave until you finish the previous one. Let's see what else did I had going over here. So I started the Stone Deans. Alright. On my Runekeepers, on Galadin, I reached level 14.
Nice.
And I continued to put out a few videos.
Yeah,
on
you've been
that
putting out quite a few.
Yeah, and I'm getting close to finishing Eredluin, and I just have that port where the dwarves are to finish. I think that's the last of the spots. No, I'm not going to the northern part where you got Thorns Hall and stuff like that. I'm just doing the elf side.
The better side.
Indeed.
And on my Arkenstone Runekeeper, I managed to... What did I do on my Arkenstone Runekeeper? Oh yes, I ran several skirmishes, of course.
Wanna kill Gullible? Or, never mind, will not be Grams. Okay. Just
Okay.
boss us all around, I don't mind.
I did shout at you, but that's okay. Because I said so.
Some other group members, so.
But
Oh. It's hard for you to tell
If
whether
Valros
you
is the
guys
one
went
with the
ahead of me
shouts.
or...
Finally, did you not see the raid shout?
I did not see the raid shout.
Okay,
How
we
could you miss it
all...
in the middle of your screen. How could you miss it?
You mean I was probably looking at my notes for where I was going.
Okay, well,
Well,
I'll
I
send
forgot
it
you had
again
links.
for you. How about that?
You ported to Grams, I guess, or where?
Are you looking for a beating?
Did that answer your question finally?
Oh, map to Grams. Okay, fine. It's a pretty
let it-
small
let it
text
print
in there. It's
here.
very easy to miss.
Ending, stop.
Nope.
I don't know what he's
Stop.
doing.
Okay, fine. Everybody group here.
Fruit's gonna tune up.
That's the goal. Anyway, Pine Leaf, what else have you done?
Well, other than get lost for the umpteenth time.
Just map Grams and join us over here.
All right. All right. Now on to Wardens. On Gladden, I reached level 63. And I finished the first two areas in Mirkwood, the Murk Eves area and the Haunted Inn. And this is the first time where I actually ran all the side quests in Dananglore. I don't think I've ever done that before on any character. Just touch how much of a pain in the neck that one is if I just never did it before. Now, I'm not going to run the skirmish. I got to as far as the epic to the point where you earn the skirmish, but I'm waiting until 12.2 before running the skirmish, since this is the character where I'm recording all the skirmishes. And when 12.2 gets released, then I'm going to finally run the skirmish on there and continue on there. So therefore, since I finished the first two areas in Mirkwood, I decided to jump over to Enidwythe, and I'm starting the quest down in Enidwythe. Now, during the Winter Festival, I noticed something that I know I didn't notice during the last couple of episodes, and that is that the stage was a large item. I always assumed it was a huge item, so it was a large item. So I bought stages for all of my characters with houses, so that they could have a stage in their front yards. Because I had always assumed you couldn't put one in front of a standard house until then. Then on Landreval, I attended a horse race and the start of the Shades concert before I had to come over to here. And the horse race was rather interesting in the results, where the third place finisher was a level 7 mini. Second place finisher was a level 7 runekeeper. And the first place one was a level 77 minstrel. So yeah, 2 level 7s and a 77.
Alright, Spry, did you have this quest?
I think I do.
Alright, well, if you could share it, that'd be
I
great.
hope so. It's going to be a waste of time otherwise.
Let's see, where would it be? In the thing?
Tolasan and
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep.
yeah, counter assault should be called.
Because I know I
I've got
have it.
I'm coming back.
Oh, there it is.
Pan, had it.
Did I already have it?
Probably.
Ah,
Oh, hey! Look at that, I already completed it. Alright.
we're doing it anyway because I need it.
Oh, yeah.
As unnatural as it might be for you, I think I might need heals.
No.
I'm coming
It's
back.
crazy.
Just
Because I
Just
do
heal
seem to
this-
have the aggro of the entire camp.
What really needs heals is pine bait.
don't let pine bait die.
If you let pine bait
Yes.
die, that's the
There's a
end.
burglar on me. Can you
Alright,
come
I'm
out
on my
and
way.
help?
No idea where you are.
It's hiding.
Oh,
I see.
hiding. I'm gonna pounce him.
Name.
Haha!
Are we staying out
that-
inside, or are we going outside?
We're
to
going
chase a
outside
burglar?
to chase a burglar, apparently.
He hips.
Who ran?
No surprise.
I'm not.
A burglar that hips
But
his
First
eyes.
Marshal Ann is outside the
Awesome.
camp, so that's a plus.
Where is First Marshal Ann?
Right here.
Right by the
Ah.
shield.
Big
All
lord, come
right.
back. That's great.
Now,
Probably.
on Laurelin, I reached level 86 and I ran a few Entwade's quests, and I ran
Our
Battle of
BA's
the
in trouble.
21st Hall.
Berg again.
Oh, God, they're
He's
just
gone
so
again.
fragile. I mean,
They're
there was like
so
what
fragile.
a few
Bird ran into the
seconds.
delving, I think.
Okay, where'd the bird go?
I think he ran into the delving.
Okay.
I'm gonna go look for him.
And that's it.
Wow. That's actually kind of surprising. Well, Draculetta, are you with us?
I am.
All
I
right.
already died. How do you feel about that?
Berg's in EC. Let's come get him.
We'll get him as soon as we kill First Marshal. He's almost dead.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
you just tank him.
Dracula, you actually get the privilege of going after Pineleaf, which is something that is very coveted on this show. Very few people actually get to be able to do it.
Oh, there
So,
he is.
Drac, what have you done this week in Lotro?
I completed
A heal would be
well,
nice. Or a bubble.
almost all the quests in Helm's Deep. On my Drac on Menlador, I've got like I think 4 quests left, and I'm completely done with Helm's Deep.
Can I get some help with this?
Yeah, I'm coming up there too. And let's see, on
Heals would be nice.
He's quite knife.
Stone, I got myself up to level 93.
No, no, you will not get in the delving. No!
Basically have just been
You
working
can't use it in
on
combat.
Haha!
oh,
Take that.
shoot.
Why do they always think they can go in there? They never can.
And now he's down.
There we go.
You okay there,
Being
Spider?
shot with
That
so
felt
many
good.
arrows right now.
Can we just leave and let the NPCs
Nope, we're gonna
go
kill all this stuff off. We're
There's a
gonna
Lore
clean
Master
out this
outside.
camp
LMX.
because it
Yeah,
attracts
there's a Lore Master outside.
the freeps.
Say it a 4th time. There's a lore master outside.
Hey, I think there might be, and this is just a thought. No, there's not a lore master. Never mind.
Yeah, go away, lore master.
Like
You're
he's
still in
trying.
combat.
Make sure he's in combat.
Oh, let's see if he tries it.
He's going to try it.
Is he gonna try?
Sometimes it does glitch out, to be fair. So there's
No,
that.
He did try it. His spirit pet did though.
Please let me out. I want to run away from my master.
We should just keep this up.
Yeah, we should just farm this place.
That's what I'm thinking. We found the secret. For years we tried other things.
Save Pine Bait.
No, Pine Leaf must die.
No, not Pine Leaf. No, no, Pine Bait can die, but not Pine Leaf. My goodness. Now, if it accidentally were to happen, I mean, you know.
Or if he was, say, eaten.
Or if, say, Pine Leaf just didn't heal him. Self.
Oh, freep outside.
Really?
Who is it? It's someone who ran away.
It's a weird name.
Run away!
Don't run away, Pine Leaf. Stay.
Pine Leaf today.
Your pet's doing the right thing. It's staying right here.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
freep. Oh no, that's right
I
there.
don't see him anywhere.
Alright, now what did Draculetta do?
No idea.
I have no idea either at this point.
I don't even remember where he was at, to be honest.
I don't either.
I don't either.
Well, anyway,
Something about completing Helm's Deep content.
yeah, that's where it
yes.
was.
I almost finished all of Helm's Deep on my Drac on Menlador. I hate the name of that server. I can never pronounce it. I have just been on my Arkenstone version of me. I've been working on some Slayer deeds that I've skipped for some reason. I don't know why. And I did a lot of crafting on there, and that's really about it.
Alright. Alright. And now, the time we'd never thought we'd hear again. Etheros, after Pine Leaf. What have you done this week?
Well, for Lotro specifically, I've just been running around the landscape, playing around with the plugin I was talking about last week. just seeing the difference in all the different zones, it really does help, especially in the older ones, which are kind of dated in certain ways.
Want to take a delving, boss?
No, I want to try to find the freeps who just took lugs, assuming that wasn't an auto flip.
It probably was. I think we've had it all day.
Still, though, I want to
In
make
which
sure.
case, we should take it back.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything I've been doing in LOTRO. SWOTOR, I decided to go with the Imperial Agent. He's on the second planet now, I can't remember what it's called, but after, about the same time I got there, the subscription I think I had, I think it was like some sort of free subscription for like a week or something like that.
Okay, just leave
it
me, guys.
expired,
Thanks.
and at that point the restrictions you get have become really noticeable, and I think that's the main thing that sets it apart from LOTRO is the restrictions they put on you are just really petty.
Oh yeah.
You have to pay to show your title, you have to pay to unlock your quick slot bars,
Yeah.
you have to pay to do pretty much any minor thing. It's like they give you all the content.
Quick slot bars?
Yeah.
And then I was reading comments on IGN today about people complaining that LOTRO has the worst free-to-play thing ever, and oh my goodness, it's terrible, and I can't believe how grindy it is, and I can't even level up, it takes so long, and it's just these comments that are people who either played like the early game or have not played LOTRO in a long time, or just have not played LOTRO, and it's just ridiculous to be reading through those comments.
Or they don't read the quest.
The third case.
But I was actually surprised at how positive some of the comments were on IGN. There were about 50 comments. About 25 of them were actually positive, which shocked me because usually LOTRO, outside of LOTRO sites, and massively, well, even unmassively sometimes, have really negative comments. And so I was surprised to see such positive.
I think the main difference is kind of like when SWOTOR, they give you all the content, but they make actually experiencing it as unenjoyable as possible.
Oh yeah.
Whereas with LOTRO, they gate the content, but pretty much most things you can do, as that's not content like titles and stuff like that. It's just given to you, and even if it's not, it's pretty cheap to unlock.
And everything you can actually do in LOTRO, you can actually get every single thing if you took enough time and created enough characters and deleted enough characters. You could get enough points to buy everything.
There's no system to unlock get turbine points or anything like that.
Right.
So that's another downside. So I'm not sure I'll be going heavy into it from now on. We'll see. I also tried. I reinstalled the Secret World again, trying to see if any of those MMOs I tried before are enjoyable for me now. And the same thing before, it's just that weird combat ability wheel thing they have.
That's the only thing I don't like about Secret World is their combat wheel.
It's just weird. I just can't get that, and the thing where you have two weapons. I think just for me, like maybe it's just my personal thing, but I prefer to have one weapon that I grow used to and I stick with that. I don't like having two that I switch between all the time, and it's just weird. But yeah, that's just been holding me back for that game. Aside from that, I did go into Third Age Total War again. I went with Isengard again because the last time, it was like the 5th turn, someone assassinated Saruman. So yeah.
Was it Grima?
No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It was Rohan, despite being neutral.
Grima is just not doing his job.
And the way the mod sets it up is you have like him as a general and then no one else unless you had like admiral. So I had like one-star general, so that wasn't going to go well with Rohan being 3 times my size.
Okay, here's what happened. See, King Theoden, Saruman came over and King Theoden just wasn't having it, and he just slapped him in the face. And Saruman just went away. And he's like, "Okay, I'll get him tomorrow." And he said that close enough for Theoden to hear. So Theoden sent an assassin over to Isengard and took out Saruman.
It's like I remember when it happened. It's like the one turn I go to invade like the Rohirrim settlement right next to Isengard. I go to attack it. I lay siege to it, and then the next turn he dies. It's like I was just sitting there staring at the screen because I couldn't believe what had happened.
think how much easier that one instance in LOTRO would be.
You don't need a raid, just send a burglar and kill him.
Why is
Yeah.
this hunter running away from me?
Where is this hunter?
Down the hall. He just ran to the end and then turned around to shoot me.
Probably because he knows there's a whole group of creeps.
I think he's talking about a
The NPC.
PC hunter.
Oh,
The Coldfeld's
okay.
hunter. That hunter, not a hunter. If it was a hunter, I would call it free.
No,
And I
just
would
call
know
my
why
class.
it did it.
Yeah, so this
Whoa,
place
we
I'm
lost
doing
TA.
We better
Oops.
take this then.
now- To be honest, TA doesn't matter that much,
You maggots.
but yeah, I started another Isengard playthrough, and it seems to be going better. He's not dead yet, and I've actually managed to take a settlement just to hold the line there. It's going pretty well so far. Aside from that, I think that's all the gaming-related stuff. Aside from playing with the graphics plugin thing for other games, like Battlefront 2, it works pretty well with. It just seems to enhance all the already there graphics that, for some reason, the game settings just tone down. It's weird. I don't know why they do it.
Everyone come up to the top, please.
But yeah, aside from that, that's all the game stuff. Other than that, I've just been watching. This week, I watched the whole series of Avatar: The Last Airbender, just going through it.
It's so good.
It is way better watching it back to back to back to back than it is in piecemeal, I think.
I'll be honest, watching it, I do think it's great, but I don't think it's as good as it was the first time I watched it. I started to notice a lot of the little problems it had, especially in the first series.
In the first
And
season,
certain
it's
characters.
yeah.
first season's
The first
really-
season is very slow, and you don't realize it the
Yeah.
first time you're watching it. But man, that
And there
first
is,
season is slow.
Or just like a couple of characters that I just didn't like at all, and their centric episodes I just didn't like as a result.
Which ones?
I think the Southern Raiders, I think is the one where Katara goes after the person who killed her mother. That
That's
one I
like
didn't
in season 3.
Yeah, it is. I just really didn't like that one. Mainly because she just seems to act like a jerk to everyone.
Yeah, but that's kind of cool because she kind of got forced to do that, I think. But-
Yeah, I think the thing is, even to her friends, and she never ever apologizes for it.
Well, that's true.
It's like the one thing she doesn't apologize for. Come on, she has to have some.
And it's a pretty
leniency.
serious. There's like this one line she says. I think it's to Sokka. She says, "I guess I loved her more than you, or than you did." And
Yeah,
that's
pretty
taking it
big.
too far. I just really didn't like her for that line, especially.
Alright.
Aside from that, it is a great show. After doing that, that was more in preparation for watching Korra again, because I started it before and I just stopped before that.
Everybody stay in this room so this doesn't reset, please.
Like it just did.
RBA right
Like
now.
it just did.
Yeah, I started watching Korra again because before I tried it and I just stopped. And I completed the first series.
That was not my fault. They knocked me
first
out of it.
season, earlier today. I'm not sure what to say about it. It's kind of like watching it. I could see. I was outside. Oh, Drac, you might want to stay in here. I'm not sure if you're getting punted out, but
Yeah, I
we said
did.
leave the room.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to stay in the room so it doesn't reset on this boss fight, just so you know.
You just want
Yeah, I
punted
got-
out. No.
I got punted out. That was my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
No,
why we usually try to stay up against the wall.
I mean, I've been punted out the whole window. So.
That's when it's really bad.
But yeah, I think watching it the second time, I could see the exact point that I stopped watching it before. Spoilers, in case anyone's doesn't want to spoil it for themselves.
And this is why Athalos went last, so we could have this really in-depth discussion, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, I think it was the 5th episode where they introduced the whole love triangle or
Mhm.
square or
Yeah.
whatever it is to describe it as.
That awkward, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even entertaining, which is the big problem with it.
And
I mean,
I think it's not meant to at that point, to be honest, but it does. There's certain things that in later parts change
They have
that
to
make
set
it
it up
worthwhile.
there.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
becomes worthwhile in later seasons even.
Yeah, it was
Well,
after
later
that.
seasons.
After that episode I watched before I stopped watching it. This time I just powered through, and I think I'm glad that after that one episode where they pretty much just the love triangle, they kind of go back on it a bit. They don't focus on it as much.
Right.
It's still there though, but yeah, I just kind of roll my eyes whenever they reference it now. Those episodes. I think the animation is definitely better than the It Last Airbenders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what goes without saying since it is after it.
Especially when you go back and look at the first season. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The main character, I think, I actually like Korra more than Aang.
Okay, does
I
anyone
just
have
find
this
her-
quest?
Let me check.
In season 2, I definitely agree with that. I've come around to really liking her now.
I haven't seen that yet, so.
Well,
But
go
yeah,
watch it.
I think for Aang, he just seemed a bit too generic hero. You know, always doing the good stuff and.
Well, I mean, that's kind of who his character was. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was a bad character. He just wasn't that intriguing to me.
right, yeah, there wasn't that much depth, but at that age, in that type of environment, I definitely could see him be like that. But at the same time, he did kind of run away from his problems and cause this whole thing to happen, so.
Yeah, I like him. I just wasn't that wowed. Not like I was with like. Zuko.
Yeah, it's more on the game. The Legend of Korra is more on the Game of Thrones side of things than the Aang thing. Obviously, nowhere near that, but it's more on that side.
Oh, the villain, especially. This
Yeah.
series is really good. Amon.
It gets even better.
It does.
I'm sure
I
it
just
does.
got a 2K crit on the
And
CG.
there's something that happens at the end of season 2 that literally changes everything.
Everything.
Everything. And
Everything.
I can't spoil it because that would be so cruel to everyone, but
It's great.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
New time.
I actually think, having watched both of them, you know, in fairly recent time, I actually like this first series of Korra more than I did The Last Airbender, especially the ending or the finale episodes.
Yeah, definitely. The finale episodes make up for it totally, and it's a completely different plot line than they'd had before, and that's what I like most about it probably, is it's so different from the previous series, and I didn't know if they were going to be able to do that, and they did it in a really creative way, and yet it's still in the same world, so.
Yeah, and also for me, the last two episodes of the first series of The Last Airbender were kind of, they weren't bad, but they didn't really have a gut punch moment. You know, we were like, oh wow, that was really epic. At least for me. With Korra, you know, they had the whole scouring, airbending, and all that stuff, and you know what happens when just before that. I don't want to go into it too much, but yeah, that was very surprising to me.
Yeah.
What else was in that? Did we just?
TA now?
This is the first time we've ever taken lugs, isn't it? Yeah,
Nope.
because I just completed the quest, the deed for it.
Oh, that's weird. For some reason, I thought we were in TR, so I shared that quest.
Maybe it's the first time you
Aw.
did, but I think so.
Maybe.
That was my bad.
Not
I didn't
cool.
have the Lugs quest anyway. But yeah, the two main problems people usually point out with this one is firstly the love triangle, of course, which is, yeah, I didn't like it at first, and I never really did. I just kind of adjust to it. It's like it's there, I
Yeah.
don't really like it, but I get over it.
In my opinion, they kind of fix it in season 2 because of certain things that happen.
Yeah, it gets better.
But
Yeah,
it's
I just hope-
still, you know, it's still kind of annoying, but it's a lot better than what it was in season 1 for sure.
And the other problem they usually say was the pacing, where it's kind of rushed, or you can get the sense. I heard there was some sort of thing where they only had the one season to do stuff in, and that's why it felt like that. If you know, I don't know if that's true, but that seems like a good explanation for it. Because that's kind of a feeling I got. Even so, I do like it. I think one of the problems I found is that a couple of the main characters just didn't really have much depth to them. Mako and what's her name? His girlfriend person.
Asami?
Yeah, her.
She gets more depth, kind
Yes.
of, but
Yeah,
she's
I
still
did
definitely
like
a
the-
side character.
I did like the thing with her dad. That was quite interesting, and
It's
gets
a
better.
surprise. It really is a surprise when that happens, and they did a great job revealing that for sure.
the ending was pretty good with regards to that. Bolin is kind of, I know people always say like he's just the sucker of this. I think he does have certain differences. He seems more just capable, like in terms of combat.
Yeah, he does, and that's
he's a bender.
right. That's because he's a bender, and more importantly, he's an earth bender. So I think that really.
Yeah, and I mean, if you
Changes
really
a little
look back at just the first season of soccer, he didn't really do that much.
He doesn't do much.
Yeah, he's just a kid that is like this clumsy guy that thinks he's good.
He never actually does well combat-wise.
Right, we're not actually retaking this Orinthia.
I know, I was looking for a freep.
You're not a war.
Someone said that
So,
a freep
yeah,
was running TC. Are we going to TA?
Nope, because we don't have time.
I liked Pulin actually. I'm not sure if I liked him more than Soccer. Maybe the first season of Soccer I preferred him to. I think that's something that actually bothered me is when doing the whole love triangle thing is like they kind of play him getting emotionally hurt for laughs. I thought that was kind of cruel, to be honest.
Yeah, it can be.
I know. It didn't seem funny to me.
What about we haven't even touched on Tenzin and his kids.
Oh, he's probably my favorite
Hey,
character.
bunch of
more.
freeps ahead. Like a lot.
Where?
Right in front of us. Can I pounce?
Yeah.
I
4.
Go ahead.
Catch the one in the last. I mean, in the
Okay, I
back.
see him.
The mini.
Get die, mini die! Yeah!
Others are coming
That's right.
back.
Come back. Come back to your doom.
Come on.
Oh god, you're gonna die.
I need to heal.
I'm
right
trying.
now.
I'm
trying
working
to
on
get
it.
Close to you. If you
That
stop
was a
running away.
20k heal from me.
There we go. Okay, who first? Mini.
The mini that's almost dead.
Oh, great. So it's 2 minis, a guard, and a champ.
We got this.
Yeah, mini first.
Just save the guard for last, and we'll be fine.
Oh, there's another freak, and it's the Law Master again.
All right, Lore
That's a win,
Master.
Lore
Unless
Master.
the
Yeah.
Law
wouldn't
Master's
worry.
gonna wreck us with his DPS.
I need
yeah,
heals.
get on the Lore Master. Everybody on the Lore Master, quick.
Who is the
He's
one
running
that's-
away.
All right, let
I
him
need
run away.
heals.
Back on the mini.
Yeah, I see you. But yeah, Tenzin was my favorite character. I mean, he had the whole wise person thing, but he also had a bit of humor to
Where's
him
the
too.
Lore Master?
Yeah, he's like
He's over here.
he's like Gandalf the Grey, to be honest.
Slightly more, with slightly more humor, a bit more humor, yeah.
Well, Gandalf the Grey was a pretty humorous person. It's when he turned white that he's kind of becomes a serious
Well,
guy.
I think I mean more like with regards to.
Can I get a
him
heal,
being a bit-
please?
Yeah, I've
Right.
been healing you,
Fine.
buddy.
With
This
DPS.
DPS is just ridiculous.
Res, please.
We don't have time. Who are we
Go
supposed to
after the Lore Master.
I don't know where the. Why'd you go towards? We're not killing the Lore Master.
Well, that's probably the weakest one here, not Noxtan.
Spydra, since the Lore Master came back, target on the Lore Master, please.
This guy's almost dead. Come on. Where
Oh.
is he?
What guy's
No.
almost dead? That's nowhere
Oh,
near
he was
dead.
half-
orc
And
helping
please
us.
heal me.
I don't know where you are. It's just so many freaks.
He's down the hill.
Dying.
Ah,
I
there's.
got dazed for 6 seconds, so that was fun.
And I'm dead.
Sorry, Drac.
That's alright.
This is just a complete mess.
I'll have you up in a second, Drac. Oh, never mind, someone else did.
Well, that seems to be.
Oh, come
Yeah, somebody else got me.
on.
Thank you. That guard came down and just like DPS me down like in no time.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And I'm dying now.
Okay,
It's
got the Lore
crazy
Master.
how big their DPS is now.
Head back to the group.
And I'm about to bite it. Yep, I'm dead.
Who should we go for next?
Not Noxtan.
Oh,
Crying out loud. Where's the healing minstrel? Did he run off? Oh, nope, right here.
What's the name of the healing minstrel?
Villain
Sanadra Cake.
or whatever. That's just her. Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I went up to the resin.
Can you
it
map
was
down
it.
here?
Yeah, good. TA should
Come
be
on,
closest.
Panda. Come on, Panda.
But yeah, I think, yeah, I think he is probably my favorite character because he has the whole wise thing, but he's also quite funny too.
All right, that's fun.
Get Noxtan now.
Yeah, and I really liked his kids as well, and the
His whole, I think,
dynamic between him and his kids and his whole family is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we've
think
got some help.
someone was talking about before, like a reviewer. He said that his circle, like him and his family and Lynn, the old woman,
Right.
older woman, I should say, those were a lot more interesting.
Yeah,
And
I think that that's probably the biggest strength of the show is the dynamics that they created with those characters is just fantastic, I think.
Did the champion already go down?
Yep.
I don't know, but we had a lot more creeps join us, thankfully. Otherwise, this would have been a disaster.
We actually did really well there. I'm surprised.
Well, we did all right once we figured out what was going on. All right, well, I think that that's it. Do you have anything else you've done this week at Thoros?
No, that's about it.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Fellowship of the Creeps. When we return, we will be having our Defiler episode, episode 65 of Fellowship of the Creeps. So be sure to join us for your reminder that we record every single Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern server time, and you can join us. There's an open group that's usually called Fellowship of the Creeps, and you can see the title right there. And yeah, be sure to do that. And also just a reminder that there will be giveaways on LOTRO Players News in the chat at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time at lotroplayers.com/live. So be sure to join us there. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again next week for more Defiler fun. Till then, we'll be doing decent DPS. See you guys later.
PvMP ending. Subscribe.